Hi buddy, this is Miyuki and for Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. How's it? So, as you can probably tell, since last time we actually did some grinding, mainly with Tsukasa we got to within 10 experience of level 10. And that's actually the reason we cut in here as opposed to after we finished up grinding. Now with Henri, he actually learned Gust. Now because of Stab, which we covered, I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago, the attack power is actually 60 as opposed to 40. The attack power you see here is just base for the attack itself. Yeah, Gal went up to level 19. So let's go ahead and get that last battle we need for Tsukasa to get up to level 10, which is ultimately our goal. And it's another Metapod. Get ready for a long fight. This could take a while. There's actually a reason we want Tsukasa to get up to level 10. And a really good one, too. It just had to be Metapod. It couldn't be Caterpie. Oh, jeez. But you know what though? Metapod is actually a good Pokemon to grind on. It won't hit you and it gives a decent amount of experience per level. You know, I think it's 10.2 experience points per level. I could be wrong on that one, but you know, it's up there in the 10 range. Now while I'm thinking about it, there are a couple of things that we need to go over, such as the Boulderbadge. Now, the Boulderbadge actually increases our defense ever so slightly. Now, what it means by that is this thing called effort value. Basically, it's experience for your stats. And before I continue, Tsukasa went up to level 10. And it's evolving. Nice. And it evolves into Butterfree. Now, Butterfree has always been my favorite Pokemon. I couldn't tell you why, but, you know, she has been. And Tsukasa learned Confusion, a really strong Psychic attack. Now, because Butterfree isn't part Psychic, the attack power for Psychic is its base attack power 50. No, I want to check out Confusion. Luckily, Confusion really doesn't miss. Neither does Butterfree. So now we actually want to put Gal back up front. But anyway, effort value. Every time you beat a Pokemon, you get what's called effort value points, which is again experience for your stats. And the maximum effort value points you can get for any level is 255 per stat. Excuse me. And every time you gain a level, that effort value points goes back down to 0. Well, what the Boulderbadge does is it slightly increases how much effort value points you get in the defensive end by, I think it's, I'd like to say 0.25 times. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. What I know is it's a really minuscule amount, but added up over 255, it can actually add a lot to your defense. Now, you actually do have to get, I do believe you do in fact have to get some effort value points in order for that to kick in. But, you know, I could be wrong. Now, another way badges help is, by the way, yes, Henry's going to be getting a little bit of experience. Another way badges help is every second badge, every other badge starting at the second, you actually gain what's called gain more to your level cap, and you can actually surpass your level cap. The cap for the game is 100. However, for wild Pokemon such as Henri and Tsukasa, the level cap right now, I do believe, is 15. Once you pass that level cap, they stop listening to you and pretty much do their own thing. At this time, if you had a traded Pokemon, you actually wouldn't be able to go any higher than 10. So having a completely traded team at this current point in time is really not recommended in the slightest. Now, once we beat that second gym and get her badge, yeah, spoiler, Ugh. The level cap would increase to 30, and that's for all Pokemon, traded or otherwise. So, you know, if you have a fully traded team, it would actually be suggested by me that to at least use your starter until after the second badge. Oh, and another thing we need to go over is number of attacks. If you remember back to when we got Tsukasa, I said that Gao had the ability to learn Stun Spore, but I didn't. Well, that's because each Pokemon can only have up to 4 attacks. If you want to learn a 5th one, you'd actually have to get rid of an attack, which really, some attacks that you learn at later levels just aren't worth it. In my case, Poison Powder is actually more worth it than Stun Spore. Oh, and by the way, Confusion would actually be Tsukasa's 4th attack. Rattata. Oh, ow, that hurt. Quit it. Now here's a new Pokemon, Ekans. Now, Ekans is a poison Pokemon, poison type, so Grass really wouldn't have much of an effect on it. However, because of Vine Whip's attack power and our special attack, we actually do still want to use Vine Whip. Now, even though Ekans is more speed oriented on with balance, the fact of the matter is, his moveset really isn't all that great. Really, if you get an Ekans, it'd be for the Pokemon entry. Ekans is not a good Pokemon in the slightest. Ah, you couldn't give us the level? Son of a bitch. Oh well. Let's move on up to this guy. Now this guy actually has a Pokemon that can pose a pretty big threat to us, a rather well-powered Spearow. Level 14. I remember this guy really well because the first time I ever played this, I took the advice of the manual and took a Bulbasaur, and found out the hard way that Grass is weak against flying. Yeah, I lost that fight. I remember that fight very well. Luckily, this fight is going to end up a little different, especially seeing as Spearow isn't using Peck. Alright. Yeah, you lost, but then again, I'm really not surprised. Everybody loses to Mega Rain Luka. Yeah. So, while we have time, let's go ahead and heal our Pokemon up a little bit. And we'll talk to those locals sometime soon. Another bug catcher. Yes, I'm a trainer. And we're gonna rock your world. Oh, a Weedle. Oh, a Caterpie. I do not stand a chance. You know, my question for this guy is, why the hell hasn't he evolved his Pokemon yet? I mean, Metapod would stand a better chance. I mean, sure. Metapod's offense goes to the shits, but hey, yeah. Which raises the question, did he catch his Cocoon Pokemon as cocoons, or is he just not using their attacks? Metapod. Oh man, I remember Metapod from the anime. Metapod. Okay, if I ever do that again, please feel free to hit me upside the head with a stick. How you want, Dove? Everybody loses to Mega Rain Luka.